Chop it up, break it down real quick. Talking big moves, we don't plan on quitting. Chop it up, lay it out real clean. Turning little visions to $1 million dream. Chop it up, you can talk a good game. Turn a small spark to $1 million flame. Chop it up, stack that plan from the bottom to the top. Yeah, we taking that chance. Chop it up, chop it up, chop it up, chop it up.
What's going on, man? This is your boy Jay, and this is another episode of Chop It Up. Y'all, so I'm so excited, and thank y'all for the support, because we hit 6K, y'all, 6K. Thank y'all so much for the support, the love, just looking out, man. I'm so glad, man, that I could create something that could engage with other people, to know how you guys feel, to know how you think, to, know what you would do in a certain type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an honor to really get to know a lot of people and really understand humans and human beings and how we think, and as Black people, as white people, as Hispanic people, as Asian people, whatever. And I just thank y'all so much, man. Y'all really, really, really support your boy. So hey, y'all keep doing it, because we want to take this show global. I want this to be a global show, y'all. I really want to affect the world and help the world. So let's get into our first chop session, y'all. So Chrisean Rock removed Blueface's tattoo from her face. Yeah. So Chrisean really been going through a lot, and she really made her mark with her boxing thing. You know what I'm saying? She been doing her thing. And then, she started back. She had a conversation with Blueface, and, they were seen together on, I forgot what kind of show it was, whatever case may be. But, everybody thought she was going to go back to Blueface and everything like this. But the girl removed the tattoo off her face. And she also had a little controversy where she was talking about his other baby mamas and stuff like that. But I'm just glad that girl got that boy tattoo off her face, man. Listen, y'all, women, stop letting men take y'all through that, bro. Stop giving those men all that power on y'all, man. I'm just so glad that she's moving forward. She was crying, bro. She was crying her heart out. I'm just glad she's moving forward and growing as a person and really evolving for her child, doing what she need to do to remove herself from a toxic situation. So I'm just proud of the girl, man. Just Chrisean, keep doing what you're doing. Keep turning that heat that you were getting, all of that beat down that you were getting, and you turn it into something positive. So I really can appreciate that. So kudos to Chrisean, man. Keep going. So yeah, in other news, this particular topic I love to talk about with a certain artist, because I like the way she moves. Beyonce recently posted a video of Jay-Z removing his locks. So y'all, they had tweets, they had Instagram posts, they had comments, they had everything. That's a lace front. Ain't no way he did that. Ain't no way he did that. Y'all believe everything, so you can't comb no locks out. Man, that girl sat right on there, made another documentary, another video on YouTube, put it out, combing that man locks out, and making y'all look like fools. Making some of y'all really look like fools. That's how you know some people really have haters. Like, y'all just gotta find something to say, but she proved y'all wrong. Beyonce is a mogul. Beyonce is the staple. She is like the superstar, the generational superstar. But not saying that she shouldn't, get flack or whatever, because she is in the public eye. She's a celebrity. She's a superstar. Okay, they get flack. But it's the way that she drops stuff. It's the way that she do shit. You know what I'm saying? When her responses are never loud. They're strategic. They're smart. And I love that about her. And I love that about her brand and the way that she moves. Jay-Z been on the heat a lot, with the Nicki Minaj and the lawsuits and all that stuff about his, what he got going on. But his wife, I love the way Beyonce move. She never speaks. She just let the situation handle itself. Or better yet, she handled it behind closed doors, just like the Khalees situation. When Beyonce tried to help the girl, put her on the record, back on the record for her hit song Milkshake, and put her back on the record so she can get paid and get residuals for it. What she do? Act crazy, act stupid, act a fool. And then Beyonce had her removed. You'll never see no money again. y'all gotta move smart, move like Beyonce. I just say it like that. So we're gonna get into our next one, y'all. So it was a little bit of controversy behind this one. It was about parenting. So Wiz Khalifa was on live, I think live streaming, and he had a conversation with his son. His son called him. And the thing is that Wiz didn't even take him off a speakerphone. He kept talking to him in front of his friends. So the son was basically speaking about a bully that he was dealing with and what should he do. And the dad told him that basically, I'm gonna back you for whatever you do, but I want you to make sure that you choose to do the right thing. Make sure you talk to the person. Make sure you talk to the bully. Make sure you talk to the teachers. Make sure you handle it accordingly before you put hands, before you lay hands. That way you give authorities no room for backlash, no room to say that you did anything out of the way. No, you did X, Y, Z. You took every step. So I really applaud Wiz Khalifa's parenting skills, parenting style on that particular situation. He handled it. He treated him like a man. Also, he treated him like his son. But he also said that, y'all responsible for your actions, man. So make sure the actions that you make are the ones that you can deal with. And that is parenting. I like that. It's like when you're raising your kids, man, you don't think about the things that often they do so much. It's about what you teach them about reacting, I guess. You know what I mean? So the reaction is what get a response out of somebody else. So if they react the proper way, you never know what happens, but you just know that your child reacted the right way. So, kudos to Wiz Khalifa, man, on doing it the correct way, the right parenting way, man. Drop some new music, man. Waiting on that shit too. Like you've been holding out. All right, so President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama monument. I could not be more proud of President Barack and First Lady Michelle. President Barack Obama made a statement, and they deserve this monument. And the speech that Michelle gave was immaculate. Like, it was immaculate. She really showed her husband the things that he really did, and she brought it to the light. She really showed him how much of an asset and a value he was to this country and what he really truly did. Now, some people may not think so. That's your own opinion. But from my opinion, that man really changed a lot. He really helped. He really helped us. He really helped this country. And Michelle had him crying, man, and she really talked about what he does. And President Barack will always be my president, because of what he did, what he changed, what he helped, what he did and what he did not do is really not, what he didn't do is not my concern. The thing about it is what he did do for us. A lot of things as president, even with President Trump, there's certain things that you want to do that you can't do. You know what I'm saying? That you cannot do, that you can't just control. But there's some things that it just you can. Just shut your mouth and speak when you need to speak. And Barack was a prime example of a person that does that on many occasions. So from the healthcare stats, from preventing a war, all of that, like, they deserve that monument. And I plan on heavily visiting that monument. So kudos, man. Barack, keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully I can get you on my show one day. That's what I'm hoping for. So y'all petition for that. I want Barack Obama on my show, and Michelle, both of them. Hey, Michelle. But, all right, so y'all, next one. This is a big one. Mogul, Arista record label producer, CEO, originator Clive Davis passed away. Y'all, that man has discovered so many talents, from Whitney Houston. He's worked with Whitney Houston, Dionne Warwick, Jennifer Hudson, oh my God, New Edition, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears. He's worked with so many of top artists. Bruno Mars, top artists of our days now. And he passed away, and we lost a real mogul in music. We really lost a mogul in music. He's done so much for Arista Records. He's been with Columbia Records. So he really did just open up so many doors and had some of the best selling artists of all time. Even though it was a couple of speculations that, about Whitney Houston and things like that, about that he might have had something to do with Whitney Houston's passing. I'm not keen on that. I don't know. But, that is yet to be determined. Nobody said that. Nobody's came out with evidence proving that. So, the man is still a mogul musically. So all I can do is give him respect until otherwise. You know what I mean? But rest in peace, Whitney Houston, because we love the late, great Whitney Houston, a voice, the best voice ever, the best voice on planet Earth that I've ever heard, other side of Aretha Franklin. So now that he's gone, man, it's like I want to see who's going to take over Arista Records and really discover musical talent like he did. So, all right, y'all. So we getting into our second chop session. Y'all know this is my what? My favorite. Y'all know this is my favorite because we get to talk about everything. We get to talk about your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your sister, you getting married and your husband cheating on you, your kids getting to fighting in school, you don't know what to do, you don't like what you need extra food stamps, your mom, you know what I'm saying, your dad, anything. We talk about it. We talk about it on this show. Let's talk about the shit. So, I got a question for y'all. What age do y'all think your child should contribute to household things as far as bills, money, everything like that? What age do y'all think? I honestly feel like at the age of 16, if we're gonna just talk about it, if we're just gonna do it, 16, I feel like maybe 15, 16, if they got a job, whether it be Burger King, McDonald's, washing cars, still trying to go to school, whatever the case may be, I feel like that they should be responsible for things like their phone bill. You know what I'm saying? Paying for some of their food when they get their own food and stuff like that. Putting gas in their car. Making sure the car maintenance and stuff like that is on their car is done. Because this is going to be things that they have to know how to do in real world. Now, respectfully, parent versus parent, some parents feel like they should be paying rent. Some parents feel like they should be paying half on a water bill, putting some on a light bill, putting some on a kid. You know what I'm saying? That's what they feel like. So I'm partial to some of those, but I definitely feel like that their own bills should be paid. We as parents, if they're going to do their job, we as parents, we should provide for them as far as the household things, the lights, the water, the rent or the mortgage, whatever the case may be. They should be responsible for paying for their car note, their car insurance, their cell phone bill, their food, their gas, stuff like that. That's what I feel like that they should be responsible for. But it's to each own parent. You know what I mean? You do it how you see fit. But I definitely feel like kids should have responsibilities. Money-wise, they shouldn't just be in the house not having responsibility money-wise. Because the thing is, they need to know how to do these things. They're gonna have to know, and they need to be trained before they get to be adults. So that way, when they become adults, they know how to actually handle paying bills and know how to do what. So they won't be robbing Peter to pay Paul like the old folks used to say. I ain't heard that in a long damn time. Shit. But yeah, I feel like definitely that's a big one that should be taught. So it's up to you. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments below. Because, that could go either way. So, this is a big one for me. And loving Jesus, is religion helpful or hurtful to society? I feel like, now, this is one or two ways. Now, y'all tell me how y'all feel. Because I believe in God. I feel like religion is needed, but not more so religion, the love of God. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't just have to be religion. I have a relationship with God because I want a relationship with God. But other people might have a relationship with Buddha. Whoever they have a relationship with, I don't judge. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't none of my business. Ain't none of my goddamn business. But when it comes down to if it's helpful or hurtful, statistics and studies have shown people who believe in something when they get close to passing, it gives them more peace. And also, they say that even people that believe in something, it's attached to more healing. And that's actually statistics too. But, I'm not sure about that. I know, God healed me, but just like they said, statistics, people who believe in Jesus and believe in healing, they usually have a bounce back era. Like it's easy for them to overcome stuff because they believe in things. You know what I mean? And I believe it just gives you the courage to move on, to go forward, to have something to encourage you and move on to believe in. But I don't feel like religion hurts. I feel like it definitely helps. But I also feel like religion can hurt depending on who it's coming from. A lot of people have stopped going to church. This is definitely a good topic. A lot of people have stopped going to church because of terrible church members, terrible preachers, the way that they treat people. They don't necessarily utilize the peace that they're supposed to have as church folk. You know what I'm saying? They usually have the condemnation type of thing going on where, they talk about people, they judge people, they talk about people who sin, who married out of wedlock and stuff like that, have kids, without being married and being gay or having certain types of jobs or divorcing, marrying certain people. It's just, they get to the point where they really condemn everybody. So it's like it makes people kind of consciously don't want to be around them, which is understandable. You can expect people to want to be around you when you dog them out and call out every little thing that they do instead of looking in the mirror and say, I'm human just like they are. You have to put yourself in their shoes. You cannot assume that you're better than them and then use that as ammunition to make them feel worse than you. You can't do that. That's less than being a human being. That's less than being courteous. That's less than being showing empathy and being generous. So if a lot of people stop doing that, that will be a situation where the church will be a helpful place more so than a hurtful place. And this is coming from me, and I grew up at church. My mom was a preacher. So let's go on to the next one, y'all. So, should exes stay friends? Hell to the no. Hell no. Hell no. Are you crazy? No. Exes shouldn't stay friends. I don't stay friends with my exes. There's a reason you're an ex. That's what we need to talk about. Ending on great terms is great. That's cool. We could have had to, we could have been talked about situation, not had beef, and we cool about it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for being honest. You did what you did, or whatever happened between us. Okay, cool. I don't have no ill will against you. Blah, blah, blah. This and that, and the third. And, whoop, whoop. All right, so now I'm out. You feel me? So, we don't have nothing else to talk about. I don't feel like exes should be conversating with current people. Now, if you not with somebody, you know what I'm saying? You free to conversate with your ex all you want. That's on you. Maybe y'all get back together. Maybe y'all can fix things. Maybe whatever case may be. But you should not be conversing with your ex when you're in a relationship. Absolutely not. Are you insane? No. That's how shit gets started. That's how bullshit happens. That's how stuff goes on. That's how you end up reconnecting with your ex while you're with your current. This is how they get to fighting. This is how text messages and stuff cause an issue. I'm just giving y'all what it is. So no, exes should not be still having conversations with you if you're in a relationship, you're married or anything like that. Keep their ass to the curb. That's why they in the past. Stop going back to the past. Leave their ass where they at. So next one, y'all. This is a good one. I got this one in, y'all. So are we losing the ability to successfully agree to disagree? So y'all let me know in the comments below. How many of y'all can honestly, truthfully agree to disagree? Honestly. Agreeing to disagree is not necessarily making it known that your point was right. Whether it was right or wrong, true or false, it doesn't matter. Y'all just agreed to disagree, which means that you're okay if your point is right or wrong, and they are okay if their point is right or wrong. It does not matter. You just agree to disagree and move on. See, agree to disagree can actually stop a lot of arguments if y'all just agree to disagree. If you continue to argue, go through the situation at hand, try to make the person believe that and understand how wrong they are and that you're right, then it's not going to matter. That's going to turn into an argument. That's going to turn into a heated argument at that. And then the conversation is going to continue to go on and on and on without a conclusion. If you agree to disagree, that's going to shut the shit down the way y'all won't argue. You know, whether your facts or whatever the case may be. This is what it is. You know, everybody's not going to agree with you. Everybody's not going to like what you got to say, clearly. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to like what you got to say. They're not going to like your opinion. They're not going to appreciate that you're opinionated. And they're not going to give a shit. They're not going to care. They don't care. So your defense to that, or whatever the case may be, or protection to keep your peace from being disturbed, just say you agree to disagree, just move on. And that's it. If they want to continue to go at it and argue, then that means that they're argumentative. You see what I mean? So you're not going to get nowhere with them no way. It don't matter. It don't matter. All right, y'all. So for the last one, this is my last one. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share. Should schools teach financial literacy before algebra? I'm not going to necessarily say before algebra, but I will say financial literacy needs desperately to be talked about to these children. Absolutely. Going back to what I was saying earlier, financial literacy will allow these kids to know how to use credit cards and not abuse, move bills around and know how to pay this, pay that, and what they can hold off on, what they can pay, what they cannot pay, what they need to budget at, how they budget their money, what they need to do with, if they can work with stocks and bonds, the way that they manage their money, going from debt to money to debt ratio. You know what I'm saying? How to do the dividends and things like this. How to balance and be able to make it on their own. That's what financial literacy is for. These kids need that. They need to know how to support themselves financially. Most of them get jobs and don't even know how to work in bills and allow them to buy a damn t-shirt. You know what I mean? That's $10. That's where the literacy comes in, where they know how to budget, manage, that I'm spending $600 this month, $700 this month, $600 that month, $800 on this, $900 on this, and I know my check is $2,500. So once all of those things are out, I have $700 of breathing room. You know what I'm saying? For $500 of breathing room. So I can go buy me a t-shirt, 2 t-shirts, and a pair of jeans and a pair of shoes if I want to do that. That way you can pay your bills and have them paid and splurge a little bit if you want to. That way you know your car note is paid, your insurance is paid, lights, water, any bill you got, credit card bill, your kids have food, your kids have clothes, all that stuff like that. Then that's when you splurge. You should be the last thing splurging on if you have kids and your bills. Your bills should be paid first. Your kids should be taken care of. Well, your kids should be taken care of first. Your bills should be paid, and then that's when you get to do what you need to do if you want to do something for yourself. Now, I'm not saying don't do something for yourself. I always make sure that you give yourself something that you really like. Do something for yourself. That's a problem I have. You know, I'm sitting there telling you how to do it, and I have a problem with that. Buying something for yourself, doing something for yourself, because you're so focused on everybody else and everything that you have to do. Y'all have to make sure you make time for yourself. Make sure that you don't mind giving something back to yourself for the work that you do. I don't care what nobody damn say. I don't care what they say. Talking about this is your job. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't give a damn. Yeah, it is my job and I'm doing it. And it's also my job to make sure that I'm happy too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy these pair of shoes because I like them. Because I work damn hard taking care of my family. So I feel like I deserve this. You're damn right. But y'all make sure, I'm on the last note, y'all make sure that y'all are taking care of yourselves, making sure that y'all are not neglecting yourselves and treating yourself like you matter. You know what I mean? That's big, and that's something that we need to do to keep our minds sane. You feel me? So y'all make sure y'all do that. Also, make sure to like, share, and follow. Follow my YouTube, y'all. The Chop It Up Show hosted by Jay. My Instagram, Chop It Up for TV. Also, my TikTok, The Chop It Up Show. Y'all, we're getting ready to get Spotify, and we're getting ready to get Apple Podcasts. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. Y'all tune in. It's a lot of stuff getting ready to happen. Y'all just be on the lookout. So my name is Jay. I'm your boy, and this is Chop It Up.
Chop it up, break it down real quick. Talking big moves, we don't plan on quitting. Chop it up, lay it out real clean. Turning little visions to $1 million dream. Chop it up, you could talk a good game. Turn a small spark to $1 million flame. Chop it up, stack that plan from the bottom to the top. Yeah, we taking that chance. Chop it up, chop it up, chop it up.